Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. My name is Boltor, and today I wanted to take a look at the recent update that just happened. Well, it happened yesterday, but technically it wasn't finished until today, and that is the new 3D battlefield for Spellweaver. On top of that, the card backs. And the card backs are what I want to talk about first, primarily because they're easier to talk about, and also because I happen to have a real big soft spot for card backs. When I played physical card games, physical TCGs, I always bought some of those, the novelty novelty sleeves with like a really funny picture on them or something. I never used them competitively. I always used high quality sleeves when I played in actual tournaments and when I was playing with actually competitive decks, because I didn't want to have to buy new sleeves all the time. But every once in a while, when I was playing a fun deck or when I was drafting, I'd bring some novelty sleeves, and I had one that says "Don't Daze Me, Bro," which is a Magic reference. I had one that was the Horde insignia from World of Warcraft. I had a bunch of really corny ones and ones that were fun, but those quality of sleeves were kind of crap, so they had a really short shelf life. But I'm getting off topic here anyway. Like I said, I'm a sucker for card backs, and it's actually the only reason I still play Hearthstone. I log in every month, get myself back up to rank 20, and then I log off for the month. Don't know why, just love collecting them. It's just a thing of mine. So you've got, actually I think it might be better off to just go do this in the marketplace, because you can't actually zoom in on them while they're in your collection, but here in the marketplace we can. So we've got ones for each aspect. You got Rage, you got Order, Corruption, and these ones are 200 crystals each, as you can see, and they're limited to simply heroes of that aspect. You can't play a Dare's deck and use like Dominion, the Dominion card back, even if you are using even if it is like a Dominion Wisdom deck, you have to use the Wisdom one, depending on the hero. But these are 300. They have a creature on the back, and they can be used with any deck. I can't words today. I don't know why. Anyway, so you've got, personally my favorite is the Dread Knight one, because I've always loved the art of Dread Knight, and having him as a card back is just extra awesome. So you've got Dread Knight for Corruption, you've got Fia Dragon Daughter for Rage, you've got Force Mage Protector for Wisdom, you've got Mantle of Winds, which I thought was an interesting choice, for Nature. The only non-creature on here. Mantle of Winds is actually a spell. You got Moon Priestess for Dominion, and you've got Sunblessed Priest for Order. And there's my beagle. He just forced his way into this room. So, like I said, each of these ones, these are 300 crystals each, but they can be used for anyone. You could have Dread Knight as your card back and be playing Mono Rage, just to screw with your opponent's heads. So I'm a huge fan of these. Of course, I'm going to be a huge fan of pretty much any card back they make, because like I said, I love card backs. But we might as well get to the meat and potatoes of the update, the one that gave everyone such a headache, and that's the 3D background, or the 3D battlefield. Now I'm just going to go into an AI, because I'm going to make this a very short game. I don't even think I'm going to finish it. I just kind of want to point out a few things about the battlefield, things that I noticed when I first loaded it up, my kind of thoughts and my feelings on it. So because of that, I'm going to be kind of sitting here talking instead of actually playing for a lot of it, and that would really piss off an actual person. But the AI is cool with it, so that's why I'm going to stick with the AI. This is a decent opener. Doesn't really matter. Basically, I just want some early stuff so I can show you the animations and whatnot. So the first thing that really got me, the first thing that jumped out at me, pun intended, I guess, is how fast everything moves in, and I know a lot of other people have commented on this, but the speed at which some of these things move in the 3D battlefield, like, as you guys saw, the card went flying into the graveyard, and then the spark went out, and then boom, it was like force field just flung onto a catapult onto the battlefield. I mean, I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Let me just do. Okay. That seems fine. Divine Offering still seems fine. The speed and everything still seems great. I love the borders. I love the whole look of the cards. That's fine. I have really no problem with a lot of this. There's only one thing that kind of bugs me about the current setup, and that's, as you can see, the card draws kind of fast, but it's fine, I guess. But like when the maybe it's just against the AI, because I still haven't played against an actual opponent, but like at least playing against the AI, the battlefield is just like the card just goes flying, and then the animation, like the fact that the card playing for, or the shrine playing for like level flew across the field, and then suddenly the spell is really slow. It's kind of jarring, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm sure you guys can see what I mean by when I say all this. But see, the card just goes flying into the graveyard. The card comes, and then everything else, or still. Okay, now we can actually get it going. What I really wanted to show you was the combat. That's kind of one of the things that's just so jarring right now. I guess we'll just play this for mana. It doesn't necessarily matter. So he comes out. Yep, dude, does the thing, gives him energy, yada yada yada. But all right, so it's my turn now, and like I just wanted to show you guys this because it's just so jarring for me. Like, I guess that's kind of a bad example, but a lot of times when you do combat, like the little middle section, which I like, don't get me wrong, the battlefield section popping up is actually reminiscent of Duels of the Planeswalkers or Magic Online. They did a lot of similar kind of things, but every once in a while it pops up and it just like boom, it's in your face, and the movements and everything are kind of just really fast. And like I said, I'm not the first person to make note of these or make note of this. I'm not the first person to say this, but that's just, I mean, everything else. I like the graveyard being kind of like in a hole. I like the decks being up on a pedestal kind of thing. Everything else I love. It's beautiful. The borders are nice. All the stats and everything. I really like just about everything involving this new 3D battleground. Except I've noticed playing a couple games, Cataclysm's animation has disappeared. Like there used to be like the little purple circle here, and then it just went shoom, and everything was dead. The animation seems to just be gone. Like I casted it a couple times in previous games, and it was just kind of like boom, everything's in the graveyard. There was no animation. I think something like dust or something blew in from the side here, but that was about it. So a couple graphical issues. The shadows. Okay, I've noticed a couple people commenting on how the shadows look a little weird, like when the cards are floating. Like I'll show you what I mean here. I'll mail him whatever. Like you see how the shadow is kind of bouncing up and down here. Some people have commented that the light source is a little off, like the angle of it could be changed. Personally, it doesn't really matter to me. I think the only thing that really bugs me, and again, this might be only against the AI, because I haven't played against people yet, because my internet's been kind of unreliable today, is the speed at which some of these card movements happen and some of these animations are. If they could slow those down, I'd be perfectly content with continuing to play this game. I mean, the animations of like the spells and everything. Like, oh wait, I don't have a. I'll show you what I mean. Assassinate that guy. Same thing. Doesn't look any different. Doesn't look any really all that special. Everything about that is the same. Although they said they will be changed. The UI visuals aren't finalized. Oh. Let's get back and let's get to the major thing that everyone is so damn happy about. The fact that we can name our decks. I have Wisdom, Corruption, Control. I have my AI Smasher, which is a deck that I built a long time ago that's like specifically designed to beat all the AIs. It has something along the lines of like a 12-to-1 win ratio against AI. Dominion, Wisdom, Control, that other Dominion, Wisdom, Control. So, I mean, being able to name decks is kind of nice. certainly helps me, someone like me, who I've got like 4 pages of decks at any given time. So that's the update, guys. I will be getting back to making gameplay videos now that I know that my computer can, and OBS isn't gonna, shit the bed when it comes to recording. When it comes to recording I can't words today. When it comes to recording the new 3D Battleground, I'm still good, just checking my recording and everything. So I should be getting back into doing videos regularly. My situation at home is kind of, well, I shouldn't, I say situation at home makes it sound like I'm in a broken home or some kind of thing. No, I'm just really busy with, family matters and, things outside of this game is the easiest way to put it. And so I don't want you guys worrying like I live in a broken home or like I have to, I live in a stressful environment. My family is great. I don't have to really worry about them. It's just I'm busy. I have stuff I have to do, stuff that can sometimes take, half a day, sometimes takes a full day. So that's kind of why I took a break. I just had a lot on my plate and I had to kind of step back. Plus, I just didn't have the time to really devote into fixing whatever was wrong with OBS. I still don't know. I basically uninstalled it, reinstalled it, set everything to default, and kind of just tweaked, tweaked some of the settings until everything worked. I still have no idea what I actually did, but the only issue that I've really noticed is I have a tiny bit of like lag right at the beginning of videos. Like I'll click on a card to make it bigger and it won't happen right away in the video. Other than that, I guess everything's fine. Like I said, there are a couple graphical issues, but those are with the Battlefield itself. That's not on my end. It's the game itself. So anyway, I'm rambling. So I've decided that I'm going to do one video a week until I have time to do more. I can't guarantee which day it'll be on. It'll basically be, hey, I have time to sit down and record a video. Let me do that. So I am back from hiatus, but on what's the word? On kind of a temporary status. No, not temporary. That's the wrong word. I'm back, but not to where I was. I'm not going to be doing 2 videos a week on Tuesday and Friday. I have other things going on now, so it's basically going to be whenever I can get around to doing a video. But I will strive to do 1 video a week until I feel I can do more, and then I will do more. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for the continued support that I continue to receive from everyone in the Spellweaver community. It still baffles me when I get a message on my Facebook page or on the forums saying, hey, keep up the good work. It's still, because I don't feel like I do a whole lot, but I guess you guys think differently. So, well, the beagle's awake, so that's going to be kind of my cue. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Keep supporting me. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. And as always, may the cards rise to meet you and bring good RNG to your enemies' enemies.